right, welcome back everyone to the next episode of Undermountain, our epic dungeon delving adventure here on Javelin Entertainment, where we stream this story about every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Central. If you missed the last chapter, you can find it on the channel page or by clicking on the playlist link in the description. Last time, our adventurers were catching back up within the City of Splendors. Valcrie filled in Esvele Rosznar on the whereabouts of her brother, and she told her if she could bring back the ring, Esvele would follow through on the favor she had promised. Zannah talked with Novus Scott about his novels and how they were coming along, and handed over the journal with the unknown writing for him to investigate. The party then went about selling their loot that they had gathered in the process, finding a mysterious figure within the Blushing Nymph who offered to buy all of their crystals for a hefty sum of money, on the stipulation that they take an associate down with them, a Mr. Gibillion. The party explored and purchased some new armor and relaxed over the 2 weeks it took to wait for the armor order to complete, as well as to get to know Mr. G. They then took Zardoz's ship back down to Skullport before using Zella's new shark form to head down the river further. At the river, they were ambushed by some drow, and the fight started off well, but Valcrie's sickening radiance caused her to be targeted down and quickly knocked unconscious. Ari nearly followed her as the drow began to focus their attacks on his armored form, and Zannah was barely able to get to Valcrie in time to revive her. But Valcrie still brazenly aimed her staff at one of the drow leaders and landed a shot right into his stomach. The fight began to turn once more in the party's favor, and finally they finished off enough of the drow that the few remaining had scattered into the darkness. So we now rejoin our crew as they are at the entryway of the 4th level within the river, now lacking a shark form and quite a few hit points. What would you all like to do?
Can I take one arbitrary minute to give everybody 13 temp HP?
Does anyone else need to do anything over the course of that minute? Then I would say so.
Yep, I have an hour on the stim stuff, and
I assume you guys are getting out of the water at least.
yeah, and it's like every action I could have rolled, so until the roll of a d8 becomes an 8 and they get temp HP.
Yeah,
cool.
I understand.
So yeah, everybody have 13 temp HP.
I noticed something you like in your builds.
Dude, temp HP is like regular HP, but better.
Yeah, you're right.
Taking people over max HP is the best way to support somebody.
I am not over max HP right now, I promise you that.
Give me like 2 more levels and I will be able to jump you up to huge amounts of HP and temp HP and all kinds of HP and shit. That'll be cool soon.
It was mostly a joke about how badly I was beaten up.
Alright, so if we continue going right, we go down to the next level, right? Is that because we were traveling from left to right?
Yes, that is correct.
Alright.
But you do know that while the river up here is pretty slow, it does continue to get faster and faster as you go down.
Can we find a place to either do a short rest?
I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask how my homies felt about a short rest.
I am a high supporter of short rest.
That's the real reason to have a multi-warlock party, is to always have lobbyists for short rest.
Are there any mushrooms nearby?
You know that there are. They're further to the north.
I don't, but...
Oh, well, the party does, yes.
Do we want to try and build canoes or boats or rafts or something?
That might be smart. As long as we rest as well.
Yeah, we should rest.
Cool. Is... Is somebody else good at fabricating a set of rafts? I am very good at driving a set of rafts. I am very bad at piloting at building a set of rafts.
I thought Zannah was pretty good.
If you're thinking something like a survival check, no. If you're thinking something like a strength check of some sort to actually do the work, then perhaps.
Actually, wait a minute. I shit you not, I could do boat craft. Watch this, 1 second. While you guys are short resting, I can turn my tools into shipwrights tools, and we can build a pretty acceptable raft.
Indeed, you can.
So yeah, let's do that. Let's while they're short resting, I am going to start preparing some mushrooms or whatever. So at the end of that, I can fabricate a decent raft for everybody.
Hell yeah. Alright, short rest time?
Alright, let me find the old tokens. There we go.
And then I'm also reasonably acceptable at piloting vehicles as well. So I can sail our boat also that we build.
Cool.
Alright, so you all travel slightly to the north, back into the mushroom forest. And while most of you do a short rest, Gibillion begins to adjust his tools, swapping out different pieces to turn small gunsmith tools into larger carving tools to create some sort of rudimentary canoe. And you all can go ahead and take your short rest.
Oh, the creation can coincide with a short rest too. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, this character is cool.
Alright.
I am assembling my dinner, and I will do my short rest as soon as I'm done.
Alright.
Okay, let's roll some hit dice.
Oof.
Gotta tacos.
Jess, are you able to roll, or do you need me to roll for you? Do we have a Jess?
Let there
There.
be Jess.
I'm gonna go with a no, and so I'll go ahead and roll for her.
I'm here, sorry.
Oh,
Just
There
trying
is
to
a
get
Jess.
unmuted.
And it is good.
Are you able to roll your or your hit dice, or do you?
Yeah,
Cool.
do I get my wild shapes back on a short rest, or is that a long rest thing? I can't
You'll
remember.
have
Get 'em
to
on short.
check.
They're short for you.
Okay. I think
Good
51
shit.
out of 60 HP is adequate.
So are
And I
we
got
team
back
short?
my pact magic. Sorry, what was that, Bree?
I said, what I'm hearing is, are we a short rest party now? So that's kind of dope.
Always have been.
Always shall be now.
Jess, did you
Ari
hear
could
you
die.
got temp HP?
Yes, I did take my temp HP. It's currently greater than my regular HP.
Dope!
Oh no. Oh, stop it. Okay, where is me? So we get the 13 temp, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
8 dice. I know, puppy.
I wish there was a feat that let you take the dodge action as a bonus action.
So
That'd be a
apparently I'm destined 5s. 3
Apparently.
5s. Okay, how about this one?
Hell yeah.
I still need one more, but that's okay. At least. This one. Dope! Okay. We'll have 1 minus. And that. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. See. Okay. And then I get my spells. I used all my staff though, so that kind of sucks. But that's okay. They were bitches anyway.
That was low-key a really hard encounter.
Yeah, it was
Like,
stressful. I was like, "Ah, shit."
I literally crit twice against, like, the same opponent and barely killed him.
It was
Yeah,
hard
I'm just
because of the movement, not because of the monsters, and that's what made it cool.
I don't know, I mean, the monsters were pretty tough, too.
Sure, but like in a white room, that was a medium encounter, and that was made exciting due to the environment and the circumstances. I liked it tremendously.
I liked it, too. I was just saying it was a near-run thing.
It was still a little difficult.
But yes, as you
I was
guys
like,
take
"Get bad. Fix it."
you guys take an hour to go ahead and patch up your wounds as best you can, and Gibillion adjusts his tools. Are you guys now taking some time to carve out some of these giant mushrooms into canoes?
Yeah, I've got this programmed. It's not quite accurate, but it's close. Is that a reasonable tool set?
I think that should work.
Alright, it was a terrible roll. Oh, I can guide myself though. That's the other thing.
Yep.
1 second. I've got here we go. Let me send it out. It's pretty fun. Where is this word?
What are your words?
So yeah, I've got a random it didn't actually do it. It wasn't a very good word.
That's
But
a
yes,
shitty word.
that is still plenty. It's not the most beautiful thing, but it's not very difficult to carve a canoe. So you do carve out a rudimentary canoe out of these the cylinder base of one of these Zirkwoods. And you all begin to head back into the river, unless there's anything else that you all had wanted to do.
Nope, I think I'm good enough.
All right. And as you go back to begin this journey downwards, you do quickly find that there is another area set up with these kind of caltrops in the water that the Kuatoa had used, that now seem to be put rather than against the shores through the middle of the river. So go ahead and roll me a water vehicles handling check, Gibillion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no problem at all as you're able to navigate through these and continue on down. If anyone would like to, you can make me a perception check. As most of you see these and begin to scan across the shores. The shores here look empty. You're not sure if this was another ambush point, if maybe you had pulled some reinforcements from here before, but whatever was here or may have been here, they're not here currently. And you're able to sail on by without without really any problems at all. And as you enter down, this river begins to move more rapidly, and you're getting up at a good speed where paddling just becomes necessary to keep you straight, rather than really adjusting and pushing you along. As you go down into this river, you suddenly pass in to these caverns. You have surpassed where the Aboleth's domain once was and are now moving into a further area, and I will go ahead and bring you all there in just a moment.
Heck yeah.
Let's see if this will work. Oh, I gotta send it back. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so you guys should now be able to see where you're coming in at. And as you all pass through into this new area, you can see that the darkness that existed before is now giving way to a dimmer light. What looks like the cavern kind of opening up to the outside world. And as you sail out of this smaller cavern and into this wider area, you actually look up and can see the night sky.
Oh.
Was it an abrupt change? Did it suddenly go from cavern to night sky on a piece of wall or something?
No, it looks like the cavern has kind of opened up. It looks exactly like whenever you sailed out of the caverns from Skullport. You just kind of sailed out of this cavern, and the underground river gave way to what looks like back somewhere on the surface.
A normal river.
But we've gone down to do it?
It kind of seems like
we've been
it's hard
sailing
to.
downstream?
It seems like it, but it's everything in these caverns is hard to keep track of exactly, and there's constantly magic everywhere. So, who knows?
So it's some sort of illusion that projects whatever is above or something like that?
It could be.
Cool. Alright. Interesting. Does anybody have a spotting scope or a telescope or anything like that? A sextant? That wouldn't actually help, it's just a fun word.
And as you do get out of this kind of smaller cavernous river, you can see that there's actually a shoreline. And what looks to be the edge of a forest with green grass and trees, and you even see a few young deer over kind of drinking by the water, or from the water.
Drinking
Cool.
beer by the water.
Can I study the deer
Yes.
or observe the deer?
Sure, yeah, as soon as you see them, you kind of very quickly give them a once-over, and you've seen deer before, it's fairly common, but yes,
Okay.
that is within your purview now.
Cool.
Valcrie wants to draw the deer in her sketchbook
Yeah, as you
because they
begin,
look like pretty cute.
you begin to quickly kind of sketch this, and you see that as you've entered this forest-like area, the river has now kind of calmed a little bit, and the rapids from before have evened out into a slower moving river, but still taking you without needing to paddle as you continue down further south. And you all can now see, as you're passing, just from your passive perception, within the middle of the river are small wooden signs that are carved in a crude language, but nothing seems to be none of you can make out the words on it.
A language that none of us speak.
Correct.
Or read.
Interesting.
None of the really cool. Got it.
I'm sure the signs don't say anything important.
It's not infernal, elvish, dwarvish, primordial, common, or what else might we speak? I don't even know.
Oh,
Infernal?
you also speak deep speech?
Oh.
Celestial, okay.
Also abyssal.
Okay. Not that.
Like, there's a lot of languages covered here.
And as you all continue further down the river, you see this sign pop up again 2 or 3 more times as you've passed, always towards the center of the river.
Well, Austin, are there any clues? Like, is there like a different color paint? Like red, like danger? Is there any subliminal clues maybe we can pick up from it despite not understanding the language?
Really, it just looks to be like a single word. There doesn't seem to be any spacing, and then there's an arrow that continues to point downriver. Other than that, there's not too much context to draw from. Is there any?
Well, I think the
Do you have any more
context says
specifics?
go downriver.
Does it look like danger?
No, I would.
Are the
Well, that's what I was
characters
saying, like, is it
similar
red?
to
Are they saying-
any languages we do know?
Like maybe it's a dialect or like a subset.
Undercommon?
Not really.
All these
Anyone here
languages, and we
recognize
can't.
Undercommon?
Sorry, what was that, Andrew?
Would any of us here recognize Undercommon?
I don't know if you've seen Undercommon written. Actually, no. In Skullport, it's definitely all of the signs have their names in common and Undercommon, so you know that this is definitely not Undercommon. You'd be able to recognize that language as much.
Goodness gracious.
But yes, you continue to float down this river, and you see more forest shoreline. You can now see other animals coming to kind of. You see a few bears. A black bear and a cub are kind of drinking out of the water nearby, and as you come, they kind of disappear back into the forest quickly.
Can anyone talk to animals? Maybe they know what's up.
Yes, I could do that.
As long as they can swim, right?
I mean, also just the regular animals, I just have to use spell slots. But we have a literal druid, so I feel like that's their job.
Yeah, let's
Zannah,
let's try and park the boat and talk to some of the animals then.
All right, go ahead and give me a vehicles check, Gibillion.
Let's park this boat.
All right, and where
Ooh,
would
that's
you
an
like to
awesome
park it?
parking job.
Probably somewhere on this bank, guys. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's park around there.
Hi, Skippy.
All right, you have parked.
Alright, who wants to say hi to the animals first?
I vote the druid that has more spell slots. Mine are for smiting.
She'll talk to a
Druid,
land creature, see if you can find a frog or something, bro.
Yeah. Divide and conquer.
Alright, I will take
I
my...
heard something about druid, sorry.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you to talk to animals for a while, but you abandoned us.
Druid was eating dinner.
Was it an animal?
Hi, Wilbur!
Hi
I
guys.
heard they had a great hot tub.
It was a pool! No hot tub.
Oh, that's a bummer. A hot tub would be way more fun.
I know, right?
Body of water.
Yeah, the pool was great last night.
All right, so now that you all have landed on the bank, what would you like to do?
I'm talking to the fish, or amphibians, or I don't know, swimming sapient creatures if there are any.
What is this up ahead?
How would I talk to animals?
Probably with the druid spell, speaks with animals. If I were
Oh, I don't have
spitballing.
that. Your druid had to be a cleric because our cleric wasn't a cleric.
Your cleric was a tank because the tank was a smite slot.
Fair. Yeah,
I
your
am
druid
so
has
goddamn
Shillelagh, Poison
tanky.
Spray, and Thunderclap.
So, you've seen some elk and some deer and some bears within here. But Ari, as you look around, looking in the river, you don't see any fish, and you don't really see any amphibious life either.
How about turtles?
Nope, no turtles.
How
Any
Well,
reptiles?
yeah, how about a sea snake or a water moccasin?
Oh wait, hold on. I may have lied.
Oh.
Oh,
Ho, ho, ho.
I did lie.
How about an alligator?
There's actually many large fish that swim in here. You see about 3 foot long.
That's
Two.
the exact
Yes.
opposite of the words you
I-
said.
I was looking through the list and they have a list of all these creatures and there's like nothing even close. And then in the next section it's like, oh, but wait, there's also these.
Oh,
So yeah, you
okay.
see multiple groups of these 2 to 3 foot long, just silver fish that are just within eyesight, swimming slowly.
I will ask them if they know what is downriver.
I'm not sure. Let's see. So you go to kind of reach out telepathically to these fish, asking what is downriver, and the voice that comes back, if you can call it more of a voice, the consciousness that comes back is slow and sluggish. Movement flows. Food comes to us. We do not drift behind. Here there is plenty.
I will ask a different fish that is more adventurous.
More adventurous, okay. Most of these
Have a way with these.
Most of these fish are fairly similar in mannerisms, but you target some of the younger ones that seem to be just growing, the juvenile. These fish are only maybe about 1.5 to 2 feet long. And a few of them kind of move a little bit quicker. Fun to play. Quick around the others. Food comes. But we don't have to wait. We enjoy light. We enjoy safety. We enjoy plenty. We do not know what lies beyond.
Alright, the fish are fucking useless.
Would anyone else like to try something? Oh, Joe, did you ask me about something? What something was?
Yeah. What's up this way? What is that?
So you can just barely, on the edge of your vision, glimpse some sort of. So there's a stone wall that is beginning to come out, and out of the stone wall, similar to the caverns, is some sort of man-made stone structure. You can see what looks to be like the edge of an arch.
We could go give that a look, guys.
Cool.
Let's do it. Let's head up that way.
Let's obtain this grain.
How long
Char-
has it been? It's been several hours that we were on the river, or?
No, it's been maybe an hour or two.
Okay, an hour or two, and we rested for an hour, so it's midday, theoretically.
It's
Right,
probably
night.
it's probably close to evening since you left the city about midday, and it took a few hours to get to Skullport.
Okay. So for all intents and purposes, this illusion's probably accurately telling time, that it really is night out in the real world.
Make me a perception or nature check.
Yeah, I'm not proficient in either. Is just a flat nature check fine?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
So you look around and thinking about it, it makes sense that it would be roughly about nighttime, and looking up you can see the moon and stars above. But something catches you as off. You were fairly certain. No, you're positive. It's winter. Yeah, at least back where you were, and here the leaves are all turning vibrant colors that show autumn or fall.
Okay, so this is definitely fucky.
So somebody doesn't know what time it is.
Either that or time moves strangely here. I would be wary of how long we spend here.
Or we're just still underground.
Maybe.
We can just
think-
get back on the river.
I mean,
Let's
I still
find
want
somebody
check
to
out
talk to.
I still want to check out the thingy. Given
Yeah.
how unhelpful the fish are, I don't really want to talk to deer when that costs a whole smite slot. And we have a druid
Maybe
that
the
doesn't want
deer
to
are
talk to
better.
deer. Apparently our druid hates wildlife.
She loves them, they're delicious.
Ooh,
She likes to eat them as a wolf.
rip.
So what were you looking at up northwest of us?
I don't know, I thought you said there was a thing there. Or is it, where was the thing? There was like an archway or
Down
something, right?
south.
Oh, my bad. I misheard the direction. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like us to head that way if you guys are okay with that. Let's secure our boat as best we can and make our way down that way.
All right, yeah, you kind of pull the canoe back further up on land so it doesn't drift away, and you can feel free to move yourselves as you will.
Does anybody have rope they're willing to donate temporarily to securing? It looks like there's a large tree next to us. Just to further
I can give rope.
keep our boat here. Yep, yeah, we'll latch down our boat as well,
All right.
just in case. And yeah, let's head out. I am no longer the party leader though, guys, in terms of walking.
Well,
You never
sorry
were
then.
the party leader in terms of walking. Also, why is there a large yellow aura around me?
It's your light, since you don't have
Ah.
dark vision. They added that feature, so I wanted to try it and see if it slowed anything down.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. It's very yellow. Is there a way to make it less yellow?
Yellow.
Just like it's a
Do you
little
want the
aggressive.
blue light?
Is
that
there
better?
a reason
Oh,
my
that's a
vision
lot.
is
That's
so
a lot
short?
nicer. Yeah, that's substantially better.
What was that, Joe?
Is there a reason my vision is so short here?
What should your vision be?
120.
Oh, that's my B. I thought your goggles
Okay.
gave you 60.
It stacks on top of the 60 you have is the way it works. You get 120
It does
when
stack.
you.
Yeah,
Yep.
it does.
The artificer ones specifically stack with the normal dark vision you're given.
Yeah, I remember seeing that with whatever bullshit we were doing in Nick's game.
All right,
So, yeah.
that should help.
That is substantially better.
So yeah, Gibillion, you can actually see that not only is this a single archway, it is a series of archways that seems to have a bridge or a walkway across the top. And you can see towers and guard houses kind of scattered around in different directions, while some areas are crumbling.
And nothing is obviously occupied. There's no fires or smoke or anything.
Not that you can see. You still see
Okay.
multiple wildlife traveling around, but that's about it.
Alright. We should find somebody to figure out where the hell we are. This is weird. Is this one of those buildings, one of those guard towers?
Yes, it appears to be.
Let's head this way, guys. Let's head to the west and see if there's
Oh, I thought you
some
said
sort of
east.
door, any sort of door or entrance or somebody to talk to or anything. That looks like a building and not just an arch.
Doo-doo. Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
And Zannah, as you're kind of trailing behind slightly, you catch movement behind you. And just kind of slowly keeping an eye on it as you're moving through, you can see a small black bear that is just kind of tailing the party.
Ooh. And I know it's a black bear.
Yes.
Am I familiar enough with black bears that that's like a thing I can shapeshift into?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. I'm gonna. Who's the closest to me in the party line?
Valcrie?
I'm gonna mutter to Valcrie that we have a small friend following us.
We're headed for bear on I-10.
Is the bear a problem? Do you think it's like following us?
I
Like
mean,
maybe it's not
it's kind of
bear.
been following us a little bit, but it's also a black bear, so they're not exactly the most aggressive creatures.
And you can see it's doing its best to kind of hide and just kind of waiting behind you all as you slowly move through.
Does it look like a baby?
Austin, does it
Can
look
I
like a
have
baby?
Barry part 2? Barry the black bear?
If you can, Zannah or Valkyrie can make me a nature check, and Gibillion, yes, it is what it appears to be.
There's a bunch of
Nature.
very large spider webs up north of us.
Hey.
Be alert as we go into these buildings. There might be arachnids about. Is this the doorway right here?
Yes, it is. And Valkyrie, you can tell that this is a juvenile black bear, so not a baby, but definitely not a fully grown one.
Bernard. Then. Not a Barry. Watch Bernard. Make sure he's they, in case they're a girl. I don't know what they are. Make sure they keep an eye on them. I'm not very perceptive. And then Valkyrie will make sure to mention to everybody else, like, hey, we might have a follower. But yeah.
All right.
Maybe the bear will eat the spiders. I don't know.
So there's a bear following us, but we're worried about spiders following us?
Well, our Mr. G is warning there may be spiders ahead of us. I'm just
Interesting.
saying there's also a bear following us. So maybe the bear's a friend, maybe it's not a person. I don't know. I'm thinking the bear could be a person, but Valkyrie thinks it looks like a juvenile black bear, so
Okay.
name Bernard.
Let's examine the watchtower. What do you guys think?
Might as well check it out. Is there a door? That looks like
Yes. Yep. That is in fact a door.
a door. Can I knock on the door?
If you'd like to. How hard are you knocking?
Audibly, but not violently.
Okay. Yeah, you give a nice knock, and you hear it kind of softly echo throughout the building. Doesn't seem like there's any response.
Alrighty, well, we tried to be polite. Anyone want to help me kick the door open?
Is it locked?
Do you normally check that?
I often try and open doors before I kick them, yes.
Interesting. Well, alright then, you get to it.
Yeah, let's examine the door and see if it's locked.
The door does not appear to have a lock on it.
Nice.
Has it been disturbed recently? Is there any sign of any recent openings and closings? the grass or the things disturbed. Small spider webs that look like they had or hadn't formed, like differences in it. Like if there were dust or debris or webs everywhere but that door opening or something.
Give me an investigation check. You can see that through this area there are soft paths that kind of weave in different directions, and looking closely you can see some smaller footprints within the dirt. They don't look terribly recent, and nothing looks out of place or particular. There's no spider webs, no damage to the door itself, and these footprints look fairly natural. It seems that you can see them multiple times at multiple places that seem to be at different times through different they're worn out different ways. So this seems to be a somewhat traveled path.
I will communicate what I have noticed. Ari, I'm not really rather the first one through the door. When we breach much of anything, do you mind going first?
Always have. I will push the door open.
You put a hand on it and go to push, and it doesn't really budge. It gives a little bit, and you can see it kind of cracking open, but it doesn't fully open.
I will push it with extreme violence.
Okay.
Can I offer a word of encouragement?
Sure.
All right. Have a random word of encouragement, sir.
All right. Is 25 violent enough?
Yes, as you kind of shove your shoulder into it and Gibillion gives you a bit of a magical push, you blast open the door and you can see debris from behind it go scattering across. And you find yourself
in the chamber of Mazarbel. We cannot get out. They are coming.
I mean, there are spiderwebs up to the north. Interesting. Does this look like it is a often used tower? Or does it look like it's in a similar state of disrepair to the crumbling archways?
So as you look inside this building, you actually go ahead and roll me a perception check. We'll do it that way. So looking around, you don't notice anything one way or another to tell you how traveled it is. You see some debris kind of scattered across from Ari, and you see a few other things in the room, but they're a bit difficult to make out at this distance.
I'm sorry, would you repeat that? They're off in the distance and we can't tell?
They're not off in the distance, but they're kind of like misshapen. There's some light from Ari's blade that is kind of scattering on them, but at least at first glance, other than like a table, they don't exactly look clear. There's some sort of curved stone arch on the west side, and then there's what appears to be kind of a piece of stone, but you can see kind of legs or boots poking out from it. You don't know if it's a pile of clothes or something else. Is maybe somebody's hiding over there?
Is it magically distorted or just gloomy?
It's not even gloomy. It's just kind of you taking this all in the moment and trying to assess the situation you're not doing a very good job of.
Okay. Yeah, let's get everybody else in here and have a look around and figure out what's up next.
I'm more curious about how close is the bear tailing us?
About 20 feet, 25. Sometimes
And
more.
it's being fairly consistent?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it seem... So does it seem like it's... stalking, per se?
Make
Or
me
is it
an insight
like-
or a nature check. Your choice.
Oh... The one time I'm actually gonna pick nature because at least it's 3 over a 2. Okay.
So it's kind of difficult to ascertain, but typically these animals are known to be scavengers, and so it's likely looking for food. Whether it thinks that you can give it food, whether you are food, or whether it's hoping you'll drop food, you're not sure.
So to test this, at the door, like wherever that is right there, can Valcrie drop precisely 2 rations?
Sure. You kind of take some rations and toss them out the doorway.
Yep, just to test if that's what it's after, or if it's gonna keep following us, or whatever.
And are you waiting at the doorway?
She's gonna try to keep it in eyesight. Unless the party gets out of her eyesight, then the party is the priority. So.
Okay, so you're kind of tossing it away from the doorway and watching from the doorway?
My intention was to leave it at the doorway and keeping the doorway in her sight while they're in the building.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then basically seeing if it'll walk into the building and then get the food while we're in that general vicinity, if it's keeping about 20 feet back.
Okay. So yeah, you drop the food, and right now you are pretty close, so the bear is still keeping a distance, but is watching.
Okay.
And for those who are now in the room, what are you guys doing?
I'm exploring. What's here?
You can make me a perception check if you want. Yeah, so looking around, you see across the floor is some debris of broken chairs and empty chests that you had kind of knocked away from the door, and you see a similar pile under the opposite door at the far end. You see broken chairs and shattered benches that have just been piled up in front of the door. You can also see a wooden trestle table lies on its side in the middle of the room, and an iron chandelier with melted wax candles is suspended from a rafter above. But other than that, there's nothing. Like, it looks like it's been kind of trashed or hastily tossed. And you do see there's a large stone arch on the western door, and then a small stove that you can just see a couple of boots poking out from the side of. And that's up in that corner.
Cool.
Is there anything that you guys are wanting to do with that?
Is there a second
anything?
exit to the north or the west, or is there only the way we came?
There's a second exit to the north by the table.
Do we want to try and go out that way and look around?
And for context, the bridge that you guys can see, that's over the top of the building.
Okay.
Just dynamic lighting doesn't work like that. I would cut off half the room.
What do you guys think we should go? Do we go back the way we came and go back down the river? Do we try and go through the broken archway, or do we go through this door to the north? Guys? Can you hear me?
Ari has died.
Oh no. Does the mic pick up when I try and do my...
Yeah, you're coming
Okay.
through, nobody
You're
else
fine.
is talking.
Bree is muted. Jess is muted. Sam is not muted, but apparently has decided to ignore you, which in fairness, she lives with you, so I don't blame her. And that just leaves me.
I am 100% more interested about the bear than this building, so I'm watching the bear first.
This building doesn't seem that exciting, TBH.
No,
I
I
was
think we're
hoping,
going north.
But it looks like there's there's like the wall here, so I was hoping we could like see what was inside the wall, because that might be interesting.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
There's a door here, right? It's kind of hard to tell on the map.
no,
It's-
there's 2 doors. There's one that you came in, and there's one north by the table.
Okay, let's go through that one then.
All right. So Ari,
LGBT, let's get this door. The letters didn't come out right, but y'all know what I
yeah,
meant.
and you can easily from this side clear away the debris and step out the other side.
And Valcrie's watching for the bear to get the food.
Yeah, and as soon as you guys move away, it's maybe a few seconds, and then you quickly see the shape of the bear in the doorway, beginning to eat the food.
Okay. Well, hopefully I made him happy. Made them happy.
All right, and you all pass out the other side.
Loki, this feels like the safari zone. So, you go through the building, you pay your $50. Now we go catch Pokemon. Let's go.
And
Oh,
as
yeah.
you guys exit
Are
this
there
side,
Pokemon? I want a Pokemon.
as you guys
Let's
exit
go.
this side, you can hear a very soft, almost moaning coming through the trees. Just a.
Is it excited in nature?
Doesn't seem to be.
Mournful?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. Wow.
Hey.
Alright, so it looks like we might be able to go north.
No, that's not
Or
why
down
I'm
here to
muted.
the
Thank you very much.
southwest. I know, I just have to tease you. So we can either head up this way and explore, or that way and explore, and I point the 2 directions.
Yeah, and the forest seems to just extend off in every direction that you can see. And there's more of these walkways in different directions.
Oh wait,
Gibillion, you can see up to the northwest that there is some sort
Yeah.
of gate or something.
I'm just gonna walk up
Oh,
on top.
is that this?
Yes. It seems
just
to be
gonna
another walkway, but this one has like steel bars that are passing through.
Oh.
I'm just
And-
gonna walk up on top because I can.
Well, right now you're walking underneath. There's no stairs to get up top, but if you... Oh, wait, no, you've got the flippers.
No,
yeah.
I literally can walk
Yes.
up because I can.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you walk up the edge of the stone arch and onto the top of the walkway.
Hell yeah.
Okay, this is definitely the safari zone.
There,
'cause
there are no stairs. That's the point. Is there anything exciting over here?
Make me a
Spiderwebs?
perception, Ari.
like maybe spiders.
Well, there's a bunch of webs.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, distinctly okay.
So yeah, you look out over this area and you can see that there are indeed multiple large webs that are just scattered across, thick webs that tie between different parts of the trees and creates this shrouded area. And you can see dead animals that are wrapped in silken cocoons that are hanging from the boughs. And you kind of get this eerie chill and go to take a step back, and then these long hairy legs stretch up over the stone, and you see these large fangs begin to be bare as a giant spider steps out of the darkness. And I would like for everybody to go ahead and roll me some initiative.
Ari might be Spider Chow. We gotta help him.
I think you mean the spider might be Ari Chow.
I would hope that's how that goes, but I don't know about it. Come on, click. Did I rolled a nat 1. You're welcome, y'all.
Oh yeah, you did.
That's okay. Who needs a nat 1 on initiative anyway? With all your high rolls, you high rollers.
Boom.
What's your initiative, Jess? Better than mine too. Look at you.
Alrighty. Let me roll for the spider. Alright. And Zella, you can hear some almost clicking sounds as you hear kind of a yelp from Ari on top of this archway. What would you like to do?
Which archway is Ari on top of?
So you saw him go up over here and kind of disappear up over the ledge. So you know you can hear him
Gotcha.
from somewhere
So
in
I
that
have to-
direction.
Alright, I will move in that direction. Yay, I see the spider. What does it take to surprise a creature? I assume the spider's ready to fight Ari because he knows he's there.
Yes.
But
So
what
surprise. Surprise is kind of an arbitrary thing, but essentially it's if you get the drop on an enemy or ambush them. So in this case, that would not take effect.
Okay. Okay.
Because I saw Spider and Spider saw me at the same time.
I know. Okay.
Or
But
rather, better saw you.
I still get my turn before the spider. So
And do you have sharpshooter yet?
I have assassinate.
Okay, so where this creature is, you can kind of see it, but it is kind of clinging to the side of these arches, so it does have 3/4 cover from you.
Okay. So would that be normal then? If assassinate would give me advantage and it would have cover for part of the...
No, that increases its AC by
Advantage?
5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for 3/4. It's 2 for half cover.
Okay. Cool. Well, I will take up my position here at this corner and try and get some shots into it.
Alright, go
Anyway.
for it.
What am I at right now? 4 for the first round. 1, 2, 3, 4. A sneak attack if I get
yeah,
it. And if the second one hits, another 8.
You do have sneak attack because Ari is within 5 feet, and 3 of those hit.
Pew pew.
Woo!
Alright.
So-
12, 23, 33 points of damage.
Yep.
You quickly... Oh, I don't like what they did to these icons in the dark mode. That's weird. You quickly just fire off a barrage, and the spider just curls over dead as it falls off.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Something tells me that's not our only problem,
Oops.
TBH.
Could be our only
That's
problem.
probably okay.
I
So-
am shocked.
As it dies, it does give off a screech, and you can Ari, from your vantage point on the top, you can see as the forest starts to shudder, and out of the various webs, multiple other creatures emerge.
At a cop, old Tom Naughty.
All right, and that'll bring us to Gibillion.
Call it an adder cop. They love that.
Seeing all of the enemies appear, I will take an extra magazine out of my pocket, and I will load in some suppression rounds. And with my action, and then I will take a bonus action to fire one off at the closest guy.
Go for it. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Which one are you? Which is the
The
closest guy?
closest guy.
Yep.
So yep,
13 force.
and knock him back 5 feet at whatever angle is plausible for that angled shot.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, and that'll bring us to Ari.
What's this bitch?
The little guys, what are they?
Yeah.
These appear to be humanoid spiders.
Ugh.
Oh, you're making
They
me
stand-
fight for Sean?
They stand about 6 or 7 feet tall with arched backs and these dark brownish, blackish skin, kind of engorged bellies and long kind of fangs from their mouth.
So if I stay up here, can I get advantage
Ugh.
when they climb up and I bonk them because I have the high ground?
It's over.
Exactly.
Sure, why not?
Hell yeah. In that case, I will ready my action to bonk from the high ground.
Alrighty.
That is all.
And then it will be the spider's turn. So they got 30. Alright. As these ones will begin their swarming. Oh wait, they can double move. So if you want to, you can use your attack of opportunity, but it will not be an advantage as the spiders get to you first.
What?
So the spiders climbed up to your level and are now moving towards you. So you can use your attack of opportunity, but it won't be an advantage because they're not
Coming from below.
coming
you.
from below.
And ladies
If
and
they
gentlemen,
approached you direct on,
la-
you'd have
la-
advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know the rules, and so do I.
Smite slots.
I don't
Smite sluts.
Oh shit!
bitch in front of me.
I messed
All
this
right,
up.
so that'll be 13 slashing damage and 14 radiant damage. Is this one dead?
Okay, it is, as you just give it one heavy strike that just burns it to a crisp as it curls up and falls off to the other side of the marble arches. And you see as it passes over the marble arches, it just, the husk that is kind of burnt just disintegrates into dust.
Beautiful.
So
Is
walking
this one
through the
bonkable?
arches.
Is this one bonkable?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, and I have the high ground. Wow, okay, well, you know, the duality of Paladin.
That one doesn't quite hit, and so, yeah, with its movement, we'll leave it there. So 2 of
Hey,
them will
Austin.
get... Yes.
So, can we clarify what you said? As the husk passed through the archway,
Not
Something
through.
I think it
happened
was
to it?
flavor text.
Not through. So it was crawling on top of the walkway, and Ari struck it down with a radiant powered attack that kind of crisped it. And as it kind of curled up, it toppled over on the opposite side that it came from. And as it passed over the opposite side, it just disintegrated into dust.
okay.
And then
Okay.
one of these spiders will go ahead and launch a web. Actually, a couple of them will. At Ari. And let's see if any of those happen to get anywhere close. Doesn't look like it. We'll give it one more shot. And no. Alright, and their bites as they try and get up on top. Both those as well. You can see these 2 of these giant spiders begin crawling on top of you, biting and just hitting the steel, adamantine of your armor. And Zannah, it'll be your turn.
I think it's just reinforced with adamantine. Like, I think it's still
Is it?
mostly steel.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Regardless.
We could Google it. It's all flavor text anyway, but I think it's it's like steel with adamantine, like reinforcement kind of deal.
Alright, so Moonbeam right on top of this guy. And go ahead and paste that spell and roll me that damage. Details. RC. Actually, I think it So yeah, on top of them, it would hit all 3 of those for 11. 1, 3, and yep, 5-foot radius. Cool. So that is DC 14. So success, fail, fail, success. So we'll say that they take 5, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you control it and move it to the back. Then 11 on those. Perfect. All right. After Jess's turn, that is, and when they start their turn, or starts the turn there, yep, so it'll make the con save again. This time it fails, and we'll take the 11. Perfect. Alright. And it is going to climb up and out. And as this large spider-like creature stands next to you, Ari, you can see as it spins around this thin line of webbing that it almost uses as like a garrote, as it tries to wrap around your neck but doesn't quite make purchase, as you just kind of fend him off from a distance. And let's see if they're 30. Yeah.
Hey, no.
They'll get over here, but can't quite make it. And these ones will try to shoot some webbing at you. We'll see if any of those happen to work. Nope. Once again, the web just begins to shoot all around you, but doesn't quite make purchase on your form. And Valcrie, it's now your turn.
Okay. I am not sure at the moment. So, are all the spiders we see in that general area, so which ones are on the ground and which ones are like up top? Presumably, like how...
Unless they're on the green, or unless they're more than 5 feet away from the wall, they're either climbing up the wall or on the wall.
Okay, so then presumably I don't see this row if they're like climbing up the wall.
You can see them. The wall is not thick. It's arches, so you can see by them. They just have 3/4 cover. And then the ones on top have half cover from you.
I'm calling that can't see them. If it's more than half covered, there's no point.
But the
So
two behind,
these
you can
I
see clearly. Yep.
Those little guys back there, and then the bitches up top. Maybe. Well, maybe at least this one.
The ones up top, you have half cover, so they have +2 to their AC, but the ones down on bottom, you can see clearly.
So including that one? That's like in front, relatively?
Yep. It's the height and the wall on the walkway that provides it.
Okie dokie. Well, that one over there got hurt. Which one was this one? I think that's gotta be a flat. All of my things do or take up too much space. I don't know.
So anyways, I started blasting.
What?
What?
I don't know. You said words. 20 foot. Yeah, 20 foot better. Well, that's not awful. Okay. Perhaps could I... Well, how high up can I put that? I'm sorry, reading is hard today. Actually, everything's hard today, but that's besides the point.
Point of information, Wilbur is part of everything. Heyo.
Hey.
You beat me to the joke. I was sitting there trying to formulate that.
Formulate
That's what
the
I'm
joke.
here for.
The whiskey is slowing me, sir.
Okay, just within
I've only
range.
had beer, so that'll do it.
Okay, so methinks she's gonna do this. It just says a point within range, which the range is 150, so I can kind of just put it wherever. Which makes me wonder. So how tall is that archway wall thing? Austin. Austin.
Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah.
I am trying to determine. I want to say it's 20 feet.
Okay. So then, like, in theory, we could put it like... Oh, that's the wrong fucking button. So if it's a 20 radius, if we put it, like, here, we could get all these bitches in this corner. Or not all of them, but, like, you know. Then that 20-foot sphere radius.
Yeah. Let me. Oh, whoops. I was on the wrong thing for a little bit.
Since they're kind of gross, I want them to deal with slurping and tentacles and whispers.
And that was a 20 foot.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius sphere. And I'm thinking somewhere back here, because it just says within range. So just something that gets the bulk of these guys and doesn't hit Ari. So that's the goal.
I'm going to make it an easier color to see. Does that look right?
Me think so. Would it be like that? Or let's see, did you center it back here? Can we pull it up 5 feet? So start here and drag it this way.
Here?
Because Ari should be
Or
just out of
here?
it. Yeah, because Ari should be just outside of this, is my goal. And then I can also get this, well, maybe that guy, I don't know how you want to do that. But basically the goal is keep Ari out and then bring the spear as close to him as possible and just kind of cut into the guy in front of him a little bit. And then get most of those guys. You know, cover all the bases.
Okay. Alright, and you release this sphere of darkness, and you can hear the cold and slurping that comes out.
Yeah.
And starts in its turn, take 2d6, and ends its turn, dexterity save. Okay, so go ahead and roll me 2d6 and 2d6. Nice.
That's pretty good.
So yep, starts its turn, it takes the first one, ends its turn, it takes a different one. So it's cold
Dex
at the
save.
start and
Yep.
acid at the end.
Yeah, but
Yep.
dex save to take the second half.
Therefore, 10 is the cold and 7 will be the acid.
Yep, it's a cool fucking spell.
Alright,
really
Zella.
Right. I would like to shoot
Also,
at the
side note,
weird
really quick, Austin.
humanoid.
My spell save is 15 now. I don't know why that's a
Thank
14.
you.
I don't know how to change that. So
It should change automatically, that's weird. But thank you for letting me know.
it did it. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm trying to shoot at the weird humanoid spider things.
Yes, all 3 of those will hit.
And sneak attack, baby.
4. Very nice. As you
Well, I'll
launch
duck back around my corner.
you launch a volley up and over the wall and hit into the top neck and head of this creature, and it gives out a wail but still stands for now. Gibillion.
Alright. Let's see here. So what happens if I push a creature that's not in the space into a space that's occupied like that? It can't move there, right?
So
Because I would love to
theoretically if they were on the same level, but the spider is climbing up and the humanoid creature is on top of the wall. So theoretically you could push it backwards.
So if I were to shoot him, that space counts as in Valcrie's thing, right? Because of the way that works? Because where that orange is? But if I were to...
don't think so.
So if I could launch him there, he doesn't count as in...
No, I don't think so.
That shit. Is there anybody that is 5 feet away from being in that shit?
This one.
So he's not in it, but he could be?
Actually, yeah, he is in it already.
Yeah, he's like on the cusp.
Yeah. No, everybody is either in it or too far away.
Alright.
You could push them further into it.
Yeah. More
Is
slick.
there... Let's see...
Or, you know,
that
off
thing
the
is
wall.
injured?
Yes.
Let's target a dragonfire round at that guy.
Okay.
And see what happens first. With my action.
Oh. Go ahead and roll me damage. Oh, yikes. Okay, as you launch this attack, the gun seems to misfire and the bullet implodes right out of the barrel of the gun and breathes fire backwards. And you're going to take 3 points of fire damage, and Valcrie is going to take 3 points of fire damage.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
I thought I was getting hit.
Well, Austin, I'm resistant, so
Oh, so you only take 1.
That's pretty cool.
Is a fire genasi resistant to fire?
I think so. That would make sense.
You would assume.
I'm gonna say take 1.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they wouldn't be.
Cool. Alright. And then, yeah, that same guy that I didn't actually manage to damage, let's hit him with a suppression round. And see if we can avoid double nat one-ing.
Go for it.
Ooh. Can we?
Just barely. You fire another round, but just kind of being cautious. Your aim gets a little bit off, and it hits the battlement on the walkway instead of the actual creature.
That's non-fortuitous. And then, yeah, I will step back just a hair.
All right. Ari.
As the Lord wills it, I shall bonk.
Bonk.
And it appears the Lord does not will it, so I will bonk again.
1, 3, 2.
So you rear back, and
Alright.
this is on the one to the right of you.
Yeah.
You rear back and go to slice as this apparition of darkness just pulls out, and it kind of causes you to pull backwards. But now knowing that it's Valcrie, you slice forward with your full force on the second one and just cleave the head off of this creature.
Max damage! And, shove.
Which one?
The little one.
Prone or backwards?
Yeah, off the wall.
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
I did.
did.
It was bad.
Ooh.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah. You go to shove it, and it just kind of sidesteps, and you hit your shield into the side of the wall, and it just sends shivers down your arm. But you do not succeed in that endeavor. The giant spiders all start their turn, and will all take 10. Well, not all, but most will take 10 points of cold damage right off the start. Oh.
What now?
They're just taking damage.
Oh, okay, that's what they do.
Yeah. Cool. And then these ones all start their turn in and need to make con saves. Oh, and one succeeds. That one dies from the moonbeam. And I think it was 11 on the moonbeam. Yeah, 11. That one is barely alive from the moonbeam. Alright, this one's going to crawl up over here. This one is going to step forward. This one can't see. And so it is going to go backwards. This one will merge out here. We'll merge out here. Zannah and Valcrie, you can see as two of these spiders in fright go to move away from this darkness, and as soon as they pass over on the other side of the wall, they instantly get turned into dust and disintegrate away. And that'll be 2 bites onto Ari.
As a question, is that because of the moonbeam?
Nope. These ones were not from the moonbeam, and they were running away from the darkness, and as soon as they passed over the other side of the walkway, they just turned to dust. And Ari, 2 of the spiders do begin to wrap and bite at you, but don't pass through the armor. And another one tries to shoot web, but also does not succeed. And so you are just tanking it through everything. And this one will shift to be out of that. But that one can't get out. And so it will, those 2 will have to make dexterity saves or take 7. And they both succeed.
Wow, good for them.
Zannah. That sounds about right. Anything else? $16. Okay. Yep, they're both dead. Goodbye, giant spider. Do 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 do. All right. And then this creature will start its turn and take the 10 damage. And seeing all of this, will not like that at all. And they're going to run into the darkness. Away. This one will try and fight Ari since he's right here. And he's got the garrote. But once again, just not effective against your armor at all. And Valcrie, it is your turn.
Okay, 1 second. I just had to move laundry over. Okay. And just for my edification, can you give me like a ping which way the spiders moved to then fall into dust?
Yeah, absolutely. So they moved from this spot on the wall, and they moved in this direction.
I was wondering. Okay, cool. Well, I guess Valcrie's gonna move oh shit! Come back. Okay. And we can walk under this, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So, we will just see if we can get a little bit more perspective. We'll move over there. Because that's like the front, again, right? That we kind of walked past?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Then I think Actually, she'll go 20 feet. I'll have her there, actually. She will try Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Can you try pinging
Understand?
again?
Yeah, this guy.
Got it.
So Eldritch Blast. What is that? 2, 3, 2, 2.
2.
2 until 11th level. Okay. Let's see. Pew. No. Pew. No. God
You
damn it.
fire out, and this creature is half in darkness and half on the battlements, and you just shatter the stone and marble from the archways, but don't hit the creature, unfortunately, with those really good damage rolls.
I know. It's infuriating.
Anything else?
No.
All
Well,
right.
hold on. Actually,
Go ahead and roll me
if I-
2d6 twice more as
Sure.
well.
I will say, technically, she has 10 more feet of movement. I'll have her step backwards, actually, and basically stand under the archway.
Okay.
Ugh. So what did that be? Yeah. So basically, she'll kind of stand. Oh no, like in front of Zannah.
Okay. Zella, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna peek around this corner and see what's happening. I just see these 2 live spiders, right?
Yeah, and there's also a
That's
spider
all I
creature
think.
fighting Ari.
Oh, all the way back there.
Yep, and all of them are in some sort of aura and on top of the wall, so they will
Yep.
have half cover.
Well, I will try for this closest spider-ish creature.
Go for it. Yeah, all 3 will hit.
Alright. And there's the sneak attack.
26, 32. Yeah, 32. And that is enough as you just finish this creature off as well. Gibillion.
I will take a step up. I see that one back there in the distance.
Mhm.
Let's take a shot at him first.
Go for it. That hits.
I don't know why it double casts that damage, I'm sorry.
No worries. With the 10 damage, it's still alive.
I'll hit it with a suppression round.
Ooh, and that is unfortunately not quite enough. As you fire out, and it just barely comes short of the creature, who is now climbing up a tree in response to the fire.
I see. And I'll take a step back.
Alright, Ari.
Is there anything bonkable?
Yep, there's a giant spider right to your right.
Ah, yes, I couldn't tell if he was dead or alive. Yeah, let's bonk.
Go for it. That hits.
Does he live?
Yes, he does.
Bonk once more. Does he live?
He does.
Shove him into Valkyrie's bullshit.
Go ahead, give me an
Yay.
athletics check.
Shove, shove, shove.
It is on its last leg, almost literally, and it is just body weight, but you cannot quite push it with its full body line against the stone. But as it stands, it just freezes from the coldness of the spell from where it is, and just shatters to pieces that begin to ooze the acid as well at the start of its turn.
Yummy.
Delish.
So this creature. Yep, this one tries to move away into the darkness and also dies.
Loser.
This one will escape up into the trees just barely. And this creature will also pretty much die. And so, as you all finish clearing out these creatures, Zannah and Zella are the first to hear it, but eventually all of you can hear these thundering footsteps.
Uh-oh.
doof, doof, that seem to be coming from the southwest of the forest. And you can see the trees themselves are beginning to move in the distance and sway back and forth as whatever is coming is massive in size. And that, I think, is where we're actually going to end it a little bit early tonight. And we will pick back up in Wyllowwood next week. Please tune in, and we'll see you guys then.